Since January 2007, local officials, business owners, and citizens have joined together advocating the importance of the CSXT rail relocation project and recently voiced their concerns at listening sessions during the New City Madisonville-Hopkins County initiative. On November 1st, 2007, the New Cities Institute team noted the importance of the track removal and highlighted the long-term benefits this project would have on the development of the downtown business district. In 2001, representatives from CSX Transportation expressed the desire to seek federal funding for a track relocation project in Madisonville, Kentucky. At that time, an average of 16 freight trains per day travel through downtown Madisonville, carrying a variety of commodities, including coal, grain, consumer goods, and automobiles. 6 years later, that number has quadrupled.
Hi, I'm Will Cox, Mayor of Madisonville, and I'm here today to talk about a project that will be the most important transportation project in the city of Madisonville's history. This project is to eliminate and remove the railroad tracks that are owned and operated by CSX and currently run through our downtown, and to remove those and relocate those on the eastern side of town where CSX currently has a secondary track. If we can remove these tracks, then we can take those trains to the eastern part of town and we can eliminate 15 at-grade crossings inside the city of Madisonville and the city of Arlington. We can free up that land for further development and for another north-south corridor through the downtown, which will alleviate traffic concerns. As anybody knows, in Madisonville, we have serious traffic concerns along Main Street.
This project would involve the abandonment of approximately 10.1 miles of the Henderson Subdivision Arlington Main Line track owned and operated by CSXT through downtown Madisonville and Arlington, and also double track approximately 8.9 miles of the Arlington Cutoff track through eastern Madisonville. This project would eliminate 9 at-grade crossings in downtown Madisonville, as well as all at-grade crossings in Arlington, while maintaining the CSXT's double track capability in the Madisonville area. The 2002 Madisonville Urban Area Transportation Study, prepared for the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, listed the CSXT rail relocation project as number 7 on their list of transportation priorities, recommending roadway construction on existing railway as a means of alleviating problematic traffic congestion in the downtown area. The estimated length of the proposed roadway is 2 miles.
From a public safety standpoint, the project needs to be done. Right now we have emergency vehicles that get caught at railroad crossings, and if you live on the other side of those tracks, then you're standing there or you're sitting there waiting for those trains to clear, and you're waiting for those emergency vehicles. When you look at where our hospital is located, they are immediately east of the main line. If we were to have a derailment and access was blocked to that facility, or there was a release of a chemical that the winds blew across into the hospital, then obviously we may have to evacuate that. Any host of things can happen.
The safety benefits inherent to this plan are significant. Relocating the tracks from the center of both towns would enable 15 grade crossings to be removed, eliminating the potential for crossing accidents and ameliorating automobile traffic congestion. Students who travel by bus to several schools located along the current rail route would benefit from reduced exposure to crossing incidents, as well as improved vehicular traffic patterns.
Assistant Superintendent for Hopkins County Schools, in charge of safety, and that includes safety of students. We are currently right outside of West Broadway School with over 400 students, and we're very concerned about the close proximity, just a couple hundred feet from the railroad crossing. That poses a grave danger for our students in the event of a spill of any type or derailment. It would take a while to get students evacuated from this building this close. Also, if we had a shelter in place. I'm also in charge of student transportation. We'd be very concerned about the railroad running through the middle of town. It limits our availability for the school buses to cross to just 3 or 4 of the intersections with the railroad crossing. Most of them we do not have enough visibility in town to cross over. So therefore it would be very beneficial if the city of Madisonville was successful working with the railroad to entertain an alternate site for the railroad rather than right through the center of town. Any help with that would be greatly appreciated by the school system.
In addition, emergency vehicles going to the Trover Health System, a local Madisonville hospital located directly adjacent to the railroad, would not be impeded by train traffic. Beyond safety, the relocation would free the corridor through town for a new road or a bicycle or pedestrian path, improving the area for commercial economic development opportunities.
Well, hospitals are required on an annual basis to conduct a hazard vulnerability analysis. And in that analysis, we identify the risks to the hospital as well as the community. And our greatest risk that we have identified is the rail system, because of the potential for the hazardous materials that do travel the rail system. We would have the greatest impact to our facility. If we did have it nearby at our crossing, it would require us to shut down our hospital, not knowing what the chemical is or the spread of the chemical. We'd have to cease operations during that period of time. During normal business hours, we'll have over 1,000 employees on site within our campus. Also, we'll have a patient load as well as visitors on site. If we did have a man-made disaster, which is a railroad derailment with hazardous materials, we would have to shelter in place. In other words, we'd have to shut our building down, shut off our HVAC system, and not allow people to leave or enter our facility during the period of time that the disaster was going on.
Rail relocation projects have in the past received federal assistance, including through a separate program, Railroad Highway Crossing Demonstrations, which was available to 19 selected cities to eliminate highway crossing hazards by relocating rail lines. While this program has expired, such projects subsequently have received support through the appropriations and authorization processes. The project was ranked as the number 3 area transportation project by the PAD Transportation Committee in early 2007. Additionally, the project ranked number 7 in the 2002 Madisonville Urban Transportation Study prepared for the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet by Wilbur Smith Associates. In the ranking summary of the Wilbur Smith study, the project ranked high in the areas of promoting safety and balancing concerns, and medium in the areas of promoting development opportunity, developing an efficient transportation system, and enhancing multimodal intermodal system. The Wilbur Smith study estimated the project cost at $22 million.
This is the most important project in the city's history and from a transportation standpoint, and it can change the face of Madisonville from now moving forward forever. And the project speaks for itself. It outlines the problem and why we're asking for what we're asking for, and I'm just here to ask for your help and assistance in getting these tracks out. Thank you.